At a time when we're all talking about the spread of COVID-19 cases, there's this other really big story which is brewing. Many believe that it should really be put on hold or at least be held more discreetly because of COVID-19. I'm talking about elections in 4 states and 1 union territory. Today is a big day where voting is taking place in various phases in all the states. So Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Assam, West Bengal and Puducherry are seeing voting today. And it's an important juncture in this election battle as well. Results are all the way on May 2nd, but most of the fight, one can easily say, has been done so far, apart from West Bengal, of course. Just to get a status check, a sense of what's going on, I'm joined now by Yashwant Deshmukh of CVoter. Yashwant, great to have you back on the show. Now, would you say that we have a clearer picture? Do you have a clearer picture of what kind of an outcome we will see on the 2nd of May? Is it going to be a mixed bag for the major parties involved?
Well, Tamanna, I am privy to the exit poll data at my end and other post-poll data, so I am not really in a position to say any predictive analysis. But looking at what the turnout figures are, what the contest, the way the contest is going on, and the way our tracker about 2 weeks back, where we stopped giving the details in public, was showing that everywhere the contest was getting tighter and better, and the turnout has been quite impressive in most of the places. Even today's turnout, by the time we get the final numbers, we will know where it is heading. But by all indications, it should be pretty high. So the contest should be good. But you started the show mentioning COVID, and it seems like COVID is not happening, at least in the states where elections are happening somehow. So I wouldn't mind having a one nation, one election at this point of time, if that is going to help India from Corona. But jokes apart, COVID itself is one of the factors in these elections, which eventually is going to decide which way the results are going to come, because it was a crisis which some of the chief ministers have turned into an opportunity. Some of them couldn't handle it that well, and I don't remember when was the last time some crisis of this nature could become a passive issue. I mean, I won't say that it is being mentioned directly upfront, but yes, the governance during the last 1 year is a key factor, is a very, very key factor, not in terms of just the chief minister and the government at large, but also in terms of the sitting MLAs. Tamanna, people don't realize that probably the biggest scope of anger is against the sitting MLAs, regardless of the party line, because in the last 1 year, big number of them were not really effective in terms of providing relief to their electorate. So that is going to be an interesting factor to analyze on after the final results are out.
You know, it's interesting you call it a passive issue. So then, in your view, what is the active issue? The way election rallies and election back and forth is covered in media often focuses on a couple of things, and many of them are statements of religious polarization that political parties make or star campaigners make. Is that a big issue at all in this election? Will we see that pan out, especially in the states of Assam and West Bengal?
Well, you have hit it on the head. Absolutely, yes. I mean, if you have to pick up one X factor in these elections, which you can say that, okay, this one is really, working on the ground and working this way or that way, doesn't matter, but that certainly is communal polarization. And not just in Bengal and Assam, Tamanna, it's also in down south in Kerala. We don't realize it in that way while analyzing the North Indian election, but Kerala elections are highly communally charged and polarized at this point of time. Congress all the way is doing pretty much a Muslim-based politics or electoral equation, and the communist parties are pretty much based on looking into the equationing of Hindu and the Christian polarization, counter-polarization in their favor. So all said and done, I mean, it's very easy to basically discount off the North Indian states doing caste and religious politics. But yes, Kerala is pretty much communally polarized. And that communal polarization card is being played by the two most secular parties of India, CPM and Congress.
What's happening in West Bengal and Assam, though, where the BJP in one state is defending its turf, and in the other state, it's the aggressor wanting to push out larger than life chief minister from her turf. How do you see those battles panning out so far? Do you think the contest is closer than expected, and that's what we will see on the 2nd of May?
Well, contest is definitely closer than what everybody has been expecting, no doubt about that. And also the fact that, 8 waves, eight rounds of elections overspread over 6 weeks, even 1 week is a long time, Tamanna. Even going by if you look into the 2019 trends, Lok Sabha trends, the gap between TMC and the BJP was roughly about 40 to 50 odd seats. And if you look in, if you want to flip that kind of a lead, you need hardly about 25 seats in all to flip. And 25 seats in all to flip means out of the 8 waves, 8 rounds of elections, about 3 seats per round. Now you can understand how close it is, and every wave, every round of election, the campaigning and the communal rhetoric is actually going up by the day. And my sense or my fear is that today, as the Assam election gets over, the issue of CAA and NRC was not really being played in Bengal so far, but because there was sensitivities involved in the Assam election on that election. But now that Assam election gets over today, tomorrow morning onward, there would be no holding on that particular account as far as the BJP strategists and campaigners are concerned in West Bengal. So I wouldn't be surprised in the remaining 5 phases of polls in West Bengal. Now even the shrill rhetoric on the CA and NRC might go up from both the ends, from both the sides, and that might even push it for even further polarization on the communal lines.
That's an interesting point you make, Yashwant, which makes the outcome of these elections even more keenly watched. Do you think they will set a narrative for where national politics is headed post 2nd of May?
Well, definitely yes. If the Congress doesn't manage to win Kerala or Assam, it will be a difficult thing for them. But if they manage to win Kerala and Assam, and somehow managed to win with DMK Tamil Nadu, then it will be a different kind of narrative. However, the key chunk of the story will be coming out from West Bengal. And regardless of what is happening in West Bengal or what might be the outcome of West Bengal, Tamanna, I am pretty clear that somehow I feel that the Prime Minister and the BJP's main strategists are contesting West Bengal, keeping 2024 Lok Sabha elections in their mind. And all said and done, no matter who forms the government in West Bengal, don't be surprised if in 2024 BJP manages to win complete one-sided sweep in West Bengal. Don't be surprised, because even if they become the main opposition, if they win, then it would be a kind of a unparalleled victory of sort, biggest mother of all headlines. But even if they don't win, they are likely to become the main opposition. And from that kind of leverage within the house and the campaign, and 15 years of incumbency by 2024 that Mamata Banerjee will have to deal with, BJP would be very much in a position to actually sweep West Bengal during the Lok Sabha elections. So the national perspective wise, if you just drop everything and just leave aside that these are the assembly election and think of the repercussions of the planning about 2024 Lok Sabha election, then all of a sudden you see a different phenomena. And there I see BJP kind of making new areas, if you may call in a business language, a greenfield state in that way for expansion plans. Then West Bengal would be an extremely ripe one for 2024.
I would term it more brownfield, looking at how they have done in the last general elections as well. BJP has already established itself as the primary other party in West Bengal. So, of course, all eyes on what happens on 2nd of May. Thank you so much, Yashwant, for joining us and, as always, giving us a perspective of where we are in the middle of this election battle.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure.